I don't know why free work is such a dirty phrase in the design world. Like, even for us, right? We've been in the industry for over a decade. If we had a dream client, we would probably want to chase them and do some free work just to get our foot in the door, because we really want to work with either that designer, that company, that brand, whatever it was. I would still be like, yeah, let's give it a shot.
Right. And you see this all the time. People do concept work for their dream company and put it in their portfolio, or they pitch it to them directly. Even as seniors, they'll do free work. Maybe it's not super deep, like it's not like a 3-month project, but they'll do some work to create a concept to try to impress that company into reaching out or talking to them or giving them a phone call. And I agree, there is something that people are so against free work, like always get paid for your time. But Aaron Draplin, he's popular in the graphic design world. He pretty much what you just said, like he's done so much free work. He's like, family and friends need help with the project. He's like, I just do it. Like I just help them out because he loves design. I think at some point, I don't 100% fall in line with that. You have to pay bills. You can't just do everything for free. There's not enough hours in the day. But I do love that abundance mindset where it's like, as a designer, he says that's helped him to grow because he's not so mine, like it's my time. Everything is gated. He's like, no, I have these talents. I just want to like give them to all my family and friends. You know, you can choose where you fall on that spectrum between like, nope, I only do it for money, or I'll do it for free. Like there's somewhere you fall in that spectrum. But I feel like early on, so much growth happens by that abundance mindset of like, I just want to give my talents away, and you grow so much from just putting in the reps, like you said.
You're either open source or you're the app store.
Good point.
Something like that. We got to figure out the analogy there, but
Yeah,
hopefully folks understand.
you're onto something.
Okay, cool. Let's go to the next one. How do you handle the ups and downs of having busy months and slow months, as a freelancer does? How do you find those fractional subscription clients? I think it's a win-win for both sides. Let's handle the first one first.
That's a tough situation that freelancers face. I think part of it is the retainers that I talked about. That helps. If you're doing project-based fees, you'll probably experience that more because you'll have projects and you'll be on your hunt for your next project. So for the clients that I've worked with, I feel like it's easier with product design to have less ups and downs, because with product design, there's no end to the project. Product design and UX is an ever evolving thing. As long as they can find product market fit and be profitable, you'll pretty much always have that client as an option, unless they decide like, we can't work with you because you either aren't a right fit for us, or maybe they're really going to look for a full-time hire instead. But I feel like with website design, it's trickier because websites, you design it, you launch it, and then the company doesn't need to touch the website for potentially another year or more. So it's easier to avoid the having downs if you're doing product design for clients, and you can get into their team and basically be similar to a full-time employee, but you're just giving them part-time hours, which is good for you because then you can work with multiple clients and sort of diversify your income and not put all your eggs in one basket. And then it's good for them because they're saving money. They may not be able to hire a full-time designer, and they might just need 10 hours a week for product designer. So I think that's one way that helps. And then also I think something that's to avoid that, I tend to take on more work than I should because I'm always afraid of those, like a client dropping me, and I want to like build up more of a savings for those rainy days. So that's another thing I think freelancers struggle with, is not being able to say no, because you just never know like if you're going to have a drought coming up, and so you tend to take on too much. So those are a couple of ways that I look at avoiding having too many ups and downs.
Sure. How do you manage a healthy pipeline of prospects and avoiding over subscribing yourself? You just mentioned that you do over subscribe kind of on purpose, but how do you kind of get these clients and manage that healthy pipeline?
Kind of like I said earlier, sharing your work online. I personally can't think of a single greater way to get inbound leads. You're doing all this design work, and if it's just sitting on your hard drive, it's not really doing anything for you. If you can get the work that you've done published so that it's like you're creating these little mini farmers that are out there harvesting, they're out there working for you. I haven't posted to Dribbble for a while, but I still will get inbound leads on Dribbble every couple months. Most of the time, it's not any huge project or anything, but the leads still come in because if your work is sitting on the internet, people are going to go, they're like, I need to hire a logo designer. I need to hire a website designer. I need to find someone to help me design the MVP for my app. They're going to go where designers hang out, which is professional networks like Dribbble, Twitter. I see so many designers finding leads on Twitter right now, which makes me sad that I'm not taking advantage of that. It's on the to-do list. But LinkedIn is a great place as well. There's just so many business owners reach out to designers. So sharing work on the internet, it just cannot be overstated. If you don't do that, people simply don't know that you exist, and they don't know that you're available for hire. I was so surprised when I got laid off. I did a post, tried to make it a big deal, make it sound dramatic. For me, it was a scary time, but I wanted to make a splash and try to get support from people. I was surprised by how many of the leads I got were people that I know outside of LinkedIn. I think people see me on LinkedIn and they see like, oh, you have so many followers, like it must be easy for you to get inbound leads for clients. I've only had maybe 1 or 2 clients that I've worked with in the past year that were strangers that came randomly off of LinkedIn. Most of the clients I work with are people I knew years ago. One of my past bosses from 2017, he needed some help on a new project he's working on. One of my clients right now is someone that I met over 10 years ago. When I posted on LinkedIn, he saw that. I already knew him, but he didn't know that I was available for work. And so it's about broadcasting your availability and giving people a chance to see your skill set. Otherwise, the people in your personal life that you would never guess are looking for a designer, they just won't know to reach out to you unless you make it easy for them.
There was another technique that I heard, which is you could...
Want to listen to the full conversation? Click the video on screen now. Subscribe to the channel if you want to join us live. Oh, wait. Okay, fine, you don't have to join us for the live stream, but if you like stuff like this, then click that subscribe button. I'll see you on the inside. Bye!